Well, folks, we got the ewes moved. Been getting ready. Got some hay hauling I gotta go do. It's gonna require me not being around quite as much. And I chased as much green as I could around. If the temperatures stay and it greens up a little bit more, we'll put them back out on it. But I got the ewes on some hay now. Inside the new timeless fence we built this spring, and we are dividing it exactly like we were planning on doing. As you can see, we got only 2 wires on the ewes right now so far. That's been doing okay. Of course, they got no reason to go anywhere. There's no food on this side of the fence, and they're getting their hay and water on this side, so that's what we're doing. I got the rams, moved the rams out of the netting I've had them in yesterday. We'll see if they're still in this morning or not. We put them in 3 wires, so we'll see if they're still in there. But I'm just doing chores here. Like I said, I got quite a bit of hay hauling I got lined up to go attempt to do, and with the chasing the green, and there just wasn't enough. It was daily moves for everything, and a person just can't keep up with that in the big areas. I was on for the ewes, I was using 3 out back, 3 polywire, and I was emptying those reels out, so they were getting big chunks of land, and there just was no food there. So you'd get it to them, and 10 hours later you had to move the whole system again. It couldn't move it and then half a move, so in the springtime you set up your big long lines, and then you can just make little boxes inside your pen, and that's that's a move. But when there's no green, they had to have a big area. Otherwise, you're doing it constantly, and I don't have that time at this moment. So we're gonna fill up their water. We're gonna try to bale graze this year. As you can see, the bales didn't unroll them, so there's no cows in here. So we shouldn't get no broken legs from that. So, but right now we got their solar box on here. I need to switch it around. I got more ground rods and stuff, so I can actually hook up to the power there at that building site and get this all powered up on a 110 plug instead of solar. So that'll be nice. Still, the goal yet here is to get that fence all replaced all the way over to over there. It's hunting season. There's 4 shots. There's one thing about being on the plains that a person gets a little bugged with, is you don't know where the people are shooting at. You don't know what kind of backdrop they got, if any. And 4 shots that quick tells me the first one's missed. So, must not be that great of a shot. Anyway, so this is the area where we put all the armor down on the ground. Unrolled, use that processor and got it down on the ground. And we're gonna also bale graze out here. I can't help it, you're on the leash. You made those decisions. But anyway, so we're gonna bale graze across this whole area, from this fence line. most of the winter until we get to where we need to feed the really high quality hay. And then we'll jump out in the other pen that's all fenced in. But for the hay I'm wanting to feed right now, they don't need that higher quality stuff, and I don't want it on my improved planted field, so we're going to improve this one with the hay. And they might leave here in the middle of winter and then come back early spring or something. I haven't got that completely worked out yet, but we're trying. We are trying. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish filling this up and get back with you. Well, folks, the wind has officially started again. Just came from the Rams. They're doing good, but there's no point in me making a video because you wouldn't be able to hear me anyway. So we're checking these cows out. They got this pasture here last night from over there. We moved them here, and they're kind of tucked down here, trying to block the wind. I'm kind of tucked behind the Mazda here, so you can actually hear me. They're doing pretty good. Coulees like this are really weird. This here is fairly dry out here in this coulee, as was down there. But the last two pins I gave, this pin right here and the one previous, down there was dry, but these two in this area right here, there is standing water in that bottom, that drainage. So maybe there's a spring right there, and maybe it don't all just wash off from the farmer's fields over there, but we'll have to see at some point. There's a couple of little spots. This one would be the last one. This is on state land, but so this is rented ground then. But it's kind of cool seeing there's a couple of wet spots here and there. These girls got one more move that way. Well, not the cows. There's a couple girls, some steers. This is the main herd of cattle. They got one more move going south, and then they're going to go some other coulee because they've done their job here. Well, they got one more move going south, and then we might extend them out here, and that's some of that green you see. That's thistle. So I'm going to go ahead. I'd probably extend their pin out to that, to where they'll eat on that and trample that down, so I can control the thistles with grazing that way. But yeah, I don't know why the wind had to pick up. It was supposed to. Then they said, "Oh no, that ain't gonna be till Friday." And now it's blowing. So, but I guess I can't let it stop me from getting stuff done. So we'll see what this day brings. Just have to do maybe some different things than what I was gonna do.